Welcome to Weapon of Wednesday, this time BAL 27. Now, you probably know about this gun, because right now this is the gun most people use. Why is that? Well, let's see. Damage 9, okay, that's not. Accuracy 8, okay, and then fire rate 14. 14? Yes, on an assault rifle, 14. Now, this might not seem like a lot to you if you at first look at it, but let's look at a SMG. Let's see. So SMG, because usually SMGs fire much faster. SMG fire rate 9, fire rate 12, fire rate 11, fire rate 13, fire rate 17. Now finally the SAC-3 is another weapon I think I've already showed in a video. Has a higher fire rate, and this one 12. So there's only one SMG that has a higher fire rate. And this one is one you have to dual wield. So once again, it's kind of insane that there is an assault rifle out there that technically outguns almost every other SMG when it comes to fire rate. Because the damage might not be the highest, but since it shoots that quickly, you usually win a lot of fights with people that use other assault rifles. Or even a lot of SMGs, which is insane because at close range the SMG should dominate. Because that is the only thing the SMG then has. Because range, it doesn't have. And damage usually as well is also not the strongest on an SMG. So let's squeeze off some rounds here on the firing range. Now let's see. Now, I use the iron sights for this one because it's pretty open, as you can see. You don't really need... well, no, I don't think you need a red dot sight on it or anything. I mean, you could if you want to, but I prefer using some other stuff. As you can hear, I'm using a silencer on it. And it takes a bit longer for a distance, but it's still pretty good. So, I think now one more. Okay. Missed for a second there. So, there you have it. The BAL 27 there. But, once more, let's play a game. And I picked a game of Hardpoint. So hopefully that's going to be fun. Against bots. Once again, I'm playing against bots. It's easier, it's simple. And in these private matches, I don't have to first unlock every bit for the gun. And by the way, I usually show you the attachments that are easiest to get. Now, as you might have seen, or probably haven't seen, is that I haven't showed you what I'm all using here. So as you can see, I use the suppressor, full grip, quick draw, and I use a double for perk 2, low profile, and flak jacket. I use the peripherals as perk 2, perk 3, toughness and blast suppressor, and exo stick. That's quickly. I might, if I have some time left at the end of the video, take a closer look to that. So I played some hard points, so that's going to be interesting. Nope. Thank God. Nope. Now, hopefully this is not gonna suck too much. I mean, I get it. I get kill. Oh, that guy was just sleeping there. Oh, someone is with a heavy weapon. Oh, that is such... Not a big fan of those weapons. But the fire rate on this gun is insane. You'll win a lot of fucking close range fights, unless someone else is using the exact same gun. I mean, that evens it out a bit. But... Oh, really? Did it move, or no?
Friendly UAV above. Hardpoint has moved.
Okay, now here we go. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, move. Oh, what the fuck? What are you doing?
Hardpoint contested.
What? I was like, what? Sometimes I'm kind of surprised that it doesn't always get it. I'm like, wait, what? What? Really? Going prone? Why you go prone on me? Well, not on me, but that guy's being super risky there. Klepto. Really? Name Klep. Let's reload, but I'm running low on ammo here because once again the reload glitch has not been fixed yet, at least not in this video. Okay, you got him? Got him. aggression. Now, and as you might know now, in Advanced Warfare, I don't use a lot of score streaks. Some of them are useful, like the UAV is pretty fucking cool, but the problem with the UAV is it doesn't last that long. And yes, you can upgrade that, but then it takes a lot longer to fucking get it. And that kind of undoes the whole thing about the UAV. Oh yeah, I took too long. This is one of my problems with this gun. The BAL is pretty sweet, but I have sometimes issues controlling it, so I make sure it bursts. But that means I'm taking too long to kill people. Or people, opponents, in this case. Okay, yeah, oh, shotgun in the back, holy crap. See, it's always nice if someone watches your back, but apparently you are dealing with a bunch of assholes. Well, you, as in me. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, that's bad. Double. Oh, I fucking kept firing at my own teammate. I forgot to check the... Sometimes I do that. I don't really pay attention to what's going on. A little bit too eager to kill. That's not good. Okay, well, I'm down to my last clip already. Oh, wait. No, I can't... See, if I'm gonna run out of bullets again, I'm gonna have to kill myself again. Or someone else might already kill me beforehand. But as long as the glitch isn't fixed, that's just unfortunate. And you might think, why don't you use Scavenger on it? Well, Scavenger is one you get later. I'm trying to show you this weapon with a loadout you can get pretty quickly, because the silencer doesn't take that long, and the full grip and the quick draw, it doesn't take that long, which is pretty cool. Because, yeah, I could show it with all the fancy extra clips on it, but then I'm like, yeah, oh, really? You know, oh boy, I'm starting to run low. Oh, someone's shooting in my back. Why you do this? Nah. See, you don't want to be down to your knife. I mean, I gotten kills with that, but you don't want to do that. Oh, shotgun again? Good grief, dude. Good weapon, not good from a distance. Everyone, no one's watching this side, so if someone walks up, everyone's pointing that way, like, oh yeah. Oh, look at that, and there's someone already. Well, gee, good thing I fucking look this way. Ah, I guess you shouldn't expect too much from a bot. Oh, wow, I can help with the fucking support. Oh, wow. Oh, I don't like this shaking, dude. Don't like it at all. Oh, wow. The problem is, if you put a silencer on this gun, on the BAL 27, it reduces the effective range of it. So you might want to keep that in there. So some people also use it without a silencer. But once again, that's like a beacon for every other player, especially on the enemy team. So, oh yeah, there he is. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I'm usually more successful if I play a more stealthy role, at least when it comes to shooting. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm fucking super stealthy. Saved your life there. So far, so good. Oh god, someone's shooting me in the back. Nice. Good work. Yeah, good job there, Klepto. Oh, it's moved again. Keep hearing me click. If you hear that click, like click, click, that means I try to constantly boost forward. I'm a real booster. A booster. Well, not a booster as in trying to level up ASAP with some cheap ass tactics, but no. Actually, just like to boost around with my oh, that's 3-on-1. Yeah. See, no matter how good your gun is, 3-on-1 like that, that's not a good idea. Don't do that. Don't be an idiot. Learn from my mistake. That last two, those were not paying attention. Now, of course, if you get the drop on a group, then you could give it a shot. But I'm very, I would be very wary if you fucking encounter people that are all looking at you, and well, then you don't have a lot of... Oh, wow. My terrible aim doesn't really help me out here, so... But once again, if this weapon reaches, if you know, fully unload on someone, it's kind of... I find it a bit more difficult to control. Maybe it's just me. I'm not saying that this is for everyone like that. I can't speak for everyone. But I know for me, it's a little bit more difficult to control. I prefer the AK a bit more. It's a bit more controllable. But it also fires slower, so yeah. It's just what you prefer. Okay. Triple kill! Okay. So I think we won? Yeah, 250 against 39. Ah, that's good. I'm not saying like, oh man, I was... No. Oh, really? I was... Oh, I shot him in the legs. Technically, I stole his kill. Well, I'm sorry. 43 kills and 4 deaths. Now, I think I can live with that. That's decent. I must admit that this gun... let me quickly show you this. Oh, wait. Here. So, once again, I'm using a suppressor, foregrip. Now, this keeps me off the minimap. Foregrip gives me a bit more control. So, like I said, I have a bit more difficulty controlling the gun, especially at range. I mean, at close range, it's usually not an issue, but if I have to shoot people at a further away range, it's going to be more difficult, especially with the silencer, because the effective range will be worse, so it means you have to shoot more. Quick draw, well, this helps me win gunfights a lot, because I like to aim down sight with this one. I mean, if it's very close, you can just, like an SMG, just spray, you know, hip fire the fuck out of it. No secondary weapon, I find it useless. I mean, once the fucking reload glitch has been fixed, so we don't lose ammo anymore, that will be fantastic. Then I definitely don't need a secondary. With perk 1, I use low profile to keep, you know, to stay off the UAV, so I don't light up like everyone. Oh, there he is. And flak jacket, well, flak jacket I find useful when I'm more like a battering ram, and especially when you play hardpoint, a lot of people will throw grenades. Now, these bots didn't really do that, but don't kid yourself if you think like, oh, I'm going to play hardpoint and I don't need flak jacket. Well, maybe you don't, but if you're going to be in the hardpoint zone, a lot of people will throw their fucking grenades at you. So that's a bit of advice. If you move around a lot more, then I would also definitely advise you lightweight, because you can move around faster. It might seem silly just to use a perk just on that, but it's pretty cool, because moving around faster can actually save your life sometimes, or help you catch up to someone you're chasing. Now, peripherals is increase the minimap coverage and take out enemies without displaying their death location. Now, this is pretty sweet. Now, why do I like this? First of all, I see more of the minimap, which is a good thing, because the more you can see, the more enemies you can potentially spot on it. But the other thing is, when you kill enemies, they don't show up. See, even if you use a silencer and you have the low profile, you think like, oh, they're never gonna find me. If you keep dropping enemies and, you know, they show up on that map, and they're like, hey, wait a second, there's someone, well, must be someone there then. And, you know, this way you keep it a bit more difficult for enemies to find you. So, very useful if you like to move around and prefer to keep a low profile. Now, toughness, this also helps you win gun battles, you know. If you shoot someone, the person is shooting at you and you get hit, then you have a better chance to kill them if you have toughness on, because you will flinch less, you know, if you get hit. Then, blast suppressor, well, as you can see, I like to use my exo movement a lot, boosting around. It's very useful that you have blast suppressor. Otherwise, I've taken it off once, blast suppressor, and I saw so many pings on me, ping, 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 and they constantly see that, and enemies will have a very easy time tracking you if they constantly see you pinging around. Now, if you don't use your exo movement a lot, you don't really need it, but if you're more like me, you move around with your exo suit, you know, boosting up or strafing left and right, yeah, you want to use blast suppressor, because otherwise, they're gonna know exactly where you are. And exo stim, well, I didn't even really use it, but this helps you heal, you know, it's very useful, but especially with hardpoint, I would also advise you can also use extra shield. Once again for the grenades, but also bullets. Bullets actually bounce off this shield and can damage the person that shot him or other people. So very useful if you want to be the person up front that says like, stay behind me, I'll protect you, and then you're like, okay, cool. But you know, it's whatever your role is in the team or what you like to do, you know, do that. But anyway, that's enough for me for this Weapon of Wednesday. I hope this was a bit useful, and I'll probably see you in another video. So bye bye, and thank you for watching.